She's walking across the street, gets hit by a car. She claims she has the green light. The driver who hit her claims he had the green light. How do we know who's telling the truth? You want to know the answer? Come join me as I share with you some great information. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury attorney practicing law in the state of New York. This is what we call a question of lights. Each side, each person says, no, I had the green light. Now, why does it make a difference? Because whoever had the green light had the right of way. It's as simple as that. The person who had the green light, the rules of the road say, the person who has the green light has the right of way. So she's walking across the street in the crosswalk. She says, I only walk when the sign says walk, and I see the green light. The driver says, no, no, no. I had the green light, she had a red light. Who's right and who's wrong? What you need to know is that when an injured victim, somebody involved in a car accident, for example, we have an obligation to show that we are more likely right than wrong, that what we are claiming is true. We don't have to show with 100% certainty that what we are saying is accurate. Not even 75%, not even 70%. Only that we are slightly more likely right than wrong. So how do we do that? We do that by talking to witnesses. And now you might be asking, what if there are no witnesses around? So now we have to probe further and get more information from the pedestrian who's walking across the street. Then we also have to talk to the driver as part of pretrial testimony to ask him questions about what he saw, when he saw it, the distance that he traveled, how long it took him, what his speed was, because that will all help us to understand whether or not what he's saying is accurate or not. And now we also look to see whether there are photographs, are there videos of the accident scene. There might be surveillance video of that particular intersection. And if there is, great. Now we can try and definitely figure out who had the green light. And ultimately, it will be up to the jury to decide who had the green light. And the jury doesn't have to sit there for weeks and weeks trying to figure out whether we are 100% sure that what we are claiming is true. Instead, we only have to show that we are more likely right than wrong, that what we are claiming is true. So why do I share this information with you? I share it with you because these intersection cases often result in what we call a question of lights. Who had the green light? And now each side has to try and figure out who's right and who's wrong. You know, I realize you're watching this video because you have questions or concerns about your own particular matter. Well, if your matter did happen here in New York and you're thinking about bringing a lawsuit, but you have questions that need answers first, what I invite you to do is pick up the phone and call me. You know, I answer questions just like yours every single day, and I'd love to chat with you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a wonderful day.